Well, life can be a struggle. Knowing you need help is one thing, but getting it is definitely another. But once you make that important decision, how do you know that it's actually working? I want you to meet Dr. Antoinette Gajinska. How did I do?
You did perfect. That's better.
I want you to meet her. She is the Director of Applied Neuroscience and Outcomes at Sierra Tucson Group, and she is here really to explain how they assess and measure the success of their programs. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying. It's hard to make that decision, and when people do make that decision, it's like, well, is it helping? Well, I don't know.
Right, exactly.
You know, I don't know. How do you guys actually know that treatment's working for someone?
So one of the initiatives that we are doing at Sierra Tucson is called measurement-based care. So what that means is still continuing to do all that wonderful psychotherapy and the integrative therapies that we do, psychiatric care, which is very much a person-in-person interaction, whether it's individual or group. But we're weaving in psychological assessment in the process.
Okay.
So not only do we have good clinical care to help people get better and reduce their suffering, but we're measuring where they're at with psychometrics in terms of scales of emotion, scales of functioning.
So real numbers, a
Real
real
number.
timeline. Kind of, it's something that you developed. I like to call it maybe like a report card.
Yes.
Of where you're at.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Midterms.
Right. And so how it works is we assess them when they first come to us.
Okay.
We get a snapshot of their profile. It helps the patient understand themselves better. It helps the treatment team to hone in on the best, most personalized treatment for the individual.
Right.
And then they go through their psychotherapy, and around mid-treatment, we do the same assessment again.
Okay.
And that begins your report card.
All right.
The good thing about that is looking to see how well treatment is actually working.
Aha.
So what's working, what's not working, how can we tweak the treatment plan to better support you? And then when they finish their treatment, we do another assessment again.
So that mid check-in, if you will, is a chance to make changes.
Absolutely.
If necessary.
Absolutely.
Then when you get to the end of this program, or even maybe through the mid to end of the program process, is the patient actually getting a chance to see the graphs and the numbers as to where they're really at? And what does that do for them?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. To know how you're feeling, whether it's depression or anxiety, and to start to think that you're feeling better, you can speak to it to some degree.
Right.
But when you see graphic changes of worry or negative thoughts, or just other physiology that might be related to it, and you can actually see an improvement, there's something nonverbal about seeing that advancement, and it validates the individual, and it really taps into that. And so people are more compliant with their care,
Right.
They're more encouraged, and it also helps our treatment team staff as well.
And it gives you a sense of hope in knowing that you're really on the right path. And why is that important, really? And from an insurance-based standpoint, why is that important?
Well, because then we can actually demonstrate to insurance that in fact our therapy is working.
Aha, so that we can continue with the therapy and be covered in the process.
Right, right.
Really good information. What a fascinating program. I understand you're teaching others how to do it as well.
We are, we're spreading the word.
Well, excellent, all right. Giving people hope, healing is really what it's all about. Let me give you some information about Sierra Tucson. Here's where they're located at 39580 South Lago del Oro Parkway. That's in Tucson. 800-624-9001 is the phone number. The website is sierratucson.com.